right, what's going on, my people? So I want to talk about this new game I just played. Well, this new game's demo I just played called Soul Salvation. The demo just came out in the Steam store this morning, and my initial thoughts on it were the game was absolute garbage.
That shit is a 2-pack of ass. That shit stinks.
Throw this bitch in the trash just like your ex. My first run was absolutely terrible, but admittedly it was my own fault because I didn't realize that I could upgrade a couple things. I wasn't paying attention, so I went in bare bones my first run, was about to turn the game off, but then I replayed it, did some of the upgrades that you could get, and it completely changed how I felt about the game. So first off, let me just talk about the way the game runs. So I'll have my PC specs up on the screen. Keep that in mind when I go through this. The game ran perfectly fine for me. No real jankiness as far as like crashing or stuttering, anything like that. I had a perfectly fine time. Now, when it comes to animations, and I don't think this didn't have anything to do with my PC, this is just the way the game is. The animations, and as you can see on the screen, they're really janky. They're really kind of, I don't know what the word is, but stuttery is kind of what comes to mind. And that's just kind of how seems to be maybe just their art style for the game. I don't know, but it's kind of janky when he's like running and attacking and stuff like that. The textures on the environments and the enemies are pretty low res. They look like something that you would have gotten maybe out of a like a content pack to create a game or something. And I know that sounds like I'm really talking shit, but it's like that's just what comes to mind when I think about it. Like nothing's really super unique or memorable about the enemies other than what they are. So there's that. Unfortunately, there's supposed to be voice acting in there, because when I went into the settings, you could change the dialogue volume, but when I played the demo, there was no dialogue, like spoken dialogue, I mean. There was like the pop-ups for the text, but it seems like in the demo they just didn't have the voice lines put in there. So hopefully in the full release that actually will be there. We can see what the voice acting is actually going to be like. Hopefully it's not. This is a small dev, so maybe they're gonna use AI for it, and if they do, hopefully it's good AI voice acting, or maybe they actually will get somebody. We'll see, and I'll let you know when that full release comes out. But let's get to the meat and potatoes of what we actually care about, the combat. And the combat initially was terrible. It initially was terrible. Like I said, I went in there with no upgrades. My biggest gripe with this game, and even after looking through the upgrade tree, I didn't see it in there. You cannot aerial dodge. Meteora, how do you pronounce their name? Meteora, I don't know how to pronounce it. Meteora, whatever your name is, sorry. Add aerial dodging to the game. It absolutely needs it. There's so many times where you'll get shot or swung at or whatever, and you want to jump up, and your natural instinct is to jump, dodge back like you would in any other game. Well, unfortunately in this game, you do have a dodge. However, you can only dodge while you were on the ground. So if you want to dodge back, say you jump in the air, you have to wait till you hit the ground and then dodge back or forward or whatever you want to do. That really makes the combat feel very, you feel very restricted, I guess that's the word I'm thinking of. You feel very restricted. Everything else feels very fluid and like punchy, but when it comes to trying to move, like movement does not feel good because of that, because you're not, like I said, your natural instinct just want to jump back and dodge back and stuff like that, and you can't. So Insomniac, if not upgrading stuff made the game bad, what did you upgrade to make it better? Well, I gave myself an extra dodge. So initially you start out with 2 dodge charges, and then you can get another one. So I had 3. I added a helper. I forgot what the name of the perk is, but it's like when you come in, there's like a little blue node that floats around, and it'll shoot out a dart every once in a while. I also got a deflect, where you can deflect the energy blast or bullets or whatever the enemy shoot at you. You can deflect them back, and it's actually a pretty cool animation when you get it. You like do this little like spin move, and it's like you almost throw out this disc, and you see the enemy blow up in like a purple like light explosion. It's really, really cool looking. And then there's the perfect dodge that I got. And the perfect dodge, I didn't really get to use it that much because with the weapon choice that I had, I didn't use the other one, so you can start with and I'll go into the weapons later, but I used the dual blades, and they felt really fast, so I was like taking out the ground enemies like too fast for me to need the perfect dodge. After you get, I recommend if you play this demo, please give it a chance. Get those upgrades, get the extra dodge, get the helper, get the deflect, and get the perfect dodge. I don't remember how much of the currency you start off with, but if you only have enough to get one of those things, my recommendation is to get the deflect. That completely changed the game for me, made it so much better. Now, as far as the weapons go, I mentioned about the dual swords. So you have 3 melee weapons and then 3 ranged weapons. For the melee weapons, there are dual swords, which are really fast. If you know me, you know I love dual swords. There's I forgot what they're called, but they're dual shields that you can like basically bash with. And they're probably mid speed. They're not super fast. And then there's the big hammer, which I didn't try out, but from the videos on the Steam store, it looks like it's pretty slow. So you know that's kind of how you fit it into your playstyle. Do you want fast, medium, or slow? As for the ranged weapons, there's a bow, there's the darts, and then again there's another third one. I can't remember, but I didn't use it because once I tried out the bow, I liked the way it felt, but it felt too slow because I didn't feel like it would be fast enough for combat. So I just stuck with the darts, which you just hold the button and it just shoots out darts. You have like 10 bullets basically. And it also auto locks on, so when you're fighting, you can just hold down the left trigger, or it was either left or right trigger, I can't remember, but it'll automatically like go to the aerial enemies and shoot at them while you're also swinging. So you don't need to worry about aiming, but you can if you want to. So next I want to talk about the enemies that you'll find in there. There are really only 2 types of enemies, and then you got the bosses. There's these like gray man aliens, and the gray man is like the stereotypical alien with the big black eyes and the big gray head, the like perfectly stereotypical Hollywood alien. There's those, and they like Naruto run at you and swipe at you. It's actually really funny. It's really funny to see them. And then there's like these flying hornets that'll shoot at you, and then there's also like these flying eyeball looking things. Again, like I said, when I'll have it up on the screen, but the design of the enemies really looks like something that you pull off of like a character pack thing, like that anybody could pull off, maybe like the Epic Store or something like that. So those are the enemies, and then you have the bosses. Now, only in my 2 runs, there's actually more than one boss. My 2 runs, the first boss I went through was a big it was like an energy jellyfish that was made out of strings of energy. So it wasn't even like a jellyfish. I'll have it up on the screen, but you'll see it's like strings of energy that are like combined to make what looks like a big jellyfish, and it was like calling down toxicity, if I remember right. And I just got completely annihilated by it because, again, like I said, I didn't have any of the upgrades. I just went in completely bare bones, so I got fucked up bad. The second go through though, I fought it was like a big rock disc creature, like an elemental or something. I have it on the screen. It like shot out these like energy waves and stuff, and it would like call down lightning. The boss design in this game, whatever character pack they use, the bosses I really like. They're not like anything super crazy, but I do like their design. One of the things that I liked about the bosses that I wish they did more of with the regular enemies was the bosses have a bullet hell kind of feel to them. The regular enemies are all just your normal standard shoot energy bullets at you, swipe, whatever, but the bosses will actually do waves of energy. So like it'll like boom, and then it'll have like 3 waves that you got to jump over, and that's where needing a aerial dodge really comes into play. That's one of the biggest times you really need it, is because the elemental it would do like 3 of them, and you had to basically hop over them At least that's what I thought initially. But then I realized that you can actually deflect the waves. You'll actually just do the deflect and they'll just pop away. It won't shoot it back, or at least it didn't for me. They'll just like, you do the deflect and then they actually just disappear. So you can just boom, 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 and it'll get rid of them. Then you can go right back to fighting him. There was also another time where it was like calling down lightning, and I thought, and it was like a whole bunch of lightning. A lot of stuff was happening because, again, like it said, the boss fights are bullet hell fights. So I couldn't really tell exactly, but I'm pretty sure I did the deflect on the lightning when it got called down as well, which, just like the waves, you do it, it doesn't like shoot it back at the boss, it just disappears. Which kind of sucks. I wish it did deflect at the boss, but I mean, at least it's something. At least it doesn't hurt you. Now, because this is a rogue, you do have upgrades in every single room. So as you complete rooms, you know, at the end of it, you get upgrades. And I didn't really try too many of them because I loved picking the ones that would give you these arcs. So there's like 2 different versions. There's one where it's like if you do sword slashes, it'll make these arcs kind of go in a circle around you. And same thing with the darts. When you shoot those, it'll spawn circles or these like arc circle blade things around you that rotate. So what's really cool is like, and again, and you also have like, you know, other upgrades like, you know, raising your health, increased damage, stuff like that. You know, your standard rogue stuff, but specifically the ones that like changed gameplay or made it like more fun and cool was those arc discs. And it was really cool having, I got a moment where I got to have both darts spawning the arcs and sword slashes doing the arcs. So when I'm like over here swinging and flipping and shooting, I'm just like, I've got this constant like dress of arcs just constantly hitting the enemies below me as I land on the ground, and then I flip up and get the thing. It was really cool to see. I'll have it up here on the screen. It was really cool. But that's basically all I really got about the game. Again, I wanted to throw this game in the trash and light it on fire and stomp that thing out. It was, I was like, oh, this is awful. It's terrible. Get those upgrades if you try it out. Please, please, I beg you, get those upgrades. It will make the game feel a lot better. So initially, if I were to give this thing a grade, a number grade, initially I was gonna give it like maybe a 4 or a 3. But after getting those upgrades, the game is shaping up to be a decent 7 as far as like lower budget games go, like a 6 or a 7, and possibly even getting an 8 if they can really polish up the way the animations look. Like I said, they're really janky looking. So if they can polish all that stuff up, polish up the combat a bit, they got a really good game on their hands. And that is specifically if you like rogues. If you don't like rogues, obviously you're probably not gonna like it. But this also could be a game that could get you into rogues, because I didn't really like rogues until I played IZ13, like 13 Zodiac, something like that. I'll have it here on the screen. This game right here. It sucks that you can't lock on though. Ooh, and you miss. Yo, I feel like I'm in an anime. After I played this game, that game got me into action rogue, or got me into rogues in general, and then I kind of branched and was able to play other rogues, but that's what really got me into it. So I think this one, if you're a person like me that likes third-person action games, that's like what you prefer to play, this will get you into rogues. It probably will. So that's all I got for you guys. I recommend going and checking the game out. It's pretty fun, and that's all I got for you. I'll see you guys in the next one. Y'all take care.